thank you very much for joining me for another episode of Grand Tactician The Civil War. This is our Union campaign that started in 1861. We're now well into the summer of 1862. We're July the 26th. Let's have a little look at the stats here. Our national morale sitting on 90. Their national morale's on 41. Now, we've got to remember, we captured Richmond a couple of episodes ago. And just before I go on, if you are new here, why not check out my channel and have a look at the playlists, have a look at this full series. I mean, if you just joined me for this episode, you've already missed kind of 15 or 16 episodes. I can't remember exactly what, but it's substantial. So it could be worth a look over to see what you have missed and go back and check it out. But yeah, so we've taken Richmond already. The Confederacy kind of feels like it's in its death throw. I mean, not exactly, because as we'll discuss here, they do still have a chance. Let's have a look. National morale 90 to 41. National support 89 to 68. That's pretty bad for the Confederacy. 77 morale of armies for us. 76 for him, so fairly even. Loyal states. Oh, we've got 29. He's got 9. Does it tell us which they are? It doesn't, but anyway. But this is where we come down to the military side of things. So men fielded. We're coming up for 250,000. He's coming up for 225. He's not miles behind. He's got almost as many men as us in the field. Navy tonnage, they have more than us, which is, like, it's crazy. We've got 113,000 tons. They've got 144,000 tons. I mean, we've seen precious little of it on the map. We'll have a quick look after I've gone through this at the map, and we'll go through some things as well. Just a note that this is also going to be a chaptered video. Like, all my videos are always chaptered, so if you don't want to watch any of this stuff, then just skip ahead to wherever it is you want to go. Also worth noting is that we're playing this in 1.06. Now, the 1.07 update is due kind of sometime really soon, I think. It's been in beta for a little while. I haven't played it in the beta. We did do a 1.06 beta campaign, but this is like now the full release of beta. The full release of 1.06 that we're playing on here. Now, the 1.07 supposedly offers up better AI. We'll find out, I guess, when I do the next series. But anyway, so let's carry on here. Military experience, we're starting to pull away from them. 42 to 35. Battles won. I mean, look, they've only won 5 battles. We've won 39. Casualties, we've lost 32,000. He's lost 100,000. So, I mean, you can see where this is going. European relations, they've got 27. I mean, not amazing, but we've got nothing. Trade warfare, we're absolutely hammering them. Economy is actually pretty even. Overall, there's a federal advantage. So, a problem we have is that a whole bunch of our contracts are expiring. So let's have a quick look. McDowell here, he's got almost 100,000 men under his command in the Army of the Potomac. This is obviously the Virginia theatre. So, if we have a quick look at some of these guys, 6 days remaining. 6 days remaining. 6 days. They've already renewed, but they're down to 1,400 men under Meade here. 6 days. 6 days. They've just renewed as well. 1,700 men under Sumner. 6 days for these guys. 6 days. 6 days. So we're going to lose a whole boatload of men, basically. Let's have a quick look. 21,000. I'm pretty sure they're all coming from here. Estimated reenlistment ratio is 56%, so that's okay. We'll see what happens with that in 6 days' time and see where we're at. Now, we left the last episode. We left them here. Bragg had come forward and attacked Thomas's corps, the Army of the Mississippi. I think I'm going to fight that, even though, I mean, they're totally outnumbered here, but I think I'm going to fight that because I don't want to get ripped off with casualties, basically. But what we'll do, we'll go through some of the other bits and pieces. We'll fight this battle, but I'll do it quickly. I'll not do a full detailed battle, so I'll just fight it. If something interesting happens, I'll obviously cut it in. If not, we'll have a quick run through, and I'll have a few highlights, like a highlight reel maybe. I'm not sure how I'll work it exactly, but that's kind of what I was thinking. Okay, so what else was I talking about? Yeah, the fleets. Okay, so the Confederate fleets. So we can see here. Look, we can see that there's lots of these bunched up. We can't even see how many. The Galveston Squadron 3 we can just make out, but these are all pretty large, and now it's very hard to get a hold of all of them. But there are several here. Galveston, I don't know. We can only get that one, but there are several here. Trust me. I think there's like 6 or something, 7 maybe. And to face that, our fleet is pretty small. I mean, well, it's pretty big actually, but pretty small. There's lots and lots of ships here. 13 ships in this fleet. Some large, mostly, well, 50-50-ish, I guess. Like, they've got schooners and fourth-rate steamers, but they've also got a handful of gunboats and brigs, frigates, you know, that kind of thing. It's an okay fleet, but if they come and attack it in earnest, then that's going to leave us with some problems. So that's why I'm building a few more, even though we've got no money. So that's the Navy side of things. The front lines view. As you can see, we're starting to dominate out in the west here. We're pushing down into Tennessee, well, western Tennessee anyway. Most of Kentucky is under our control. We've even started to push down into Mississippi. Now, the problem in this trans-Mississippi area is we haven't got that many troops over here. He seems to have quite a few. But the question is, what are we doing here? It's a question I've been pondering for the last few episodes. Now, the Arkansas Department and the Fremont, we've got nearly 17,000 men here, and they are backed up by Don Carlos Buell with another 3,000 men, which I'll probably end up transferring into the Arkansas Department. And then we've got the Army of the West and the Line here, who I was going to move them back across the Mississippi, but I think I'm actually going to start heading south with these guys. We're going to head towards Washington down here. We're going to build a depot and have a little supply area from down here. We're going to see if we can take Shreveport, where we've already got the Ohio Squadron. And then we're going to push into Dallas, Texas, and maybe down towards the coast. We'll see how this goes. I don't know how it's going to work with supply. I've never really done this. I don't play as the Union very often, but we'll see. So basically, we're going to leave Fremont here to watch for an attack from the Indian Territory kind of area, which is like Oklahoma now. And guys pushing up from Texas. What I might do, I might raise a second little corps here, cavalry probably, and I'm going to send them out to wreak havoc out here in the Indian Territory. Maybe, if we've got some money spare. We'll see how that goes. We've got Grant with about 66,000 men here in this area of western Tennessee. He's kind of overseeing this whole thing. Sherman has just resupplied, and he is pushing on these forts, and he's going to push on Nashville and then head south. So that's where we're at. In the east, we've just fought a battle and secured this area again. We control most of the whole region, to be honest. I mean, there's not much left under Confederate control. We've got someone unhappy. Alright, so they're just unhappy because of low fame and leadership. It's one of those things in this game. Fighting spirit on enemy terrain. Minus 99,516,810,000%. Okay. That's right at the bottom there, if you can see that. Fighting spirit on enemy terrain. That's an odd thing to see there, but yeah, whatever. So we're going to wait out these 6 days basically and see what happens there in Virginia. So that's enough waffling. I'm going to press play and we're going to get straight into this little battle. And like I say, I'll try and run it quite quickly because I think this is... I mean, we've got like almost 40,000 men and they've got 10,000. So I'll roll through it real quick. Alright, so it's the Army of Florida under Bragg. He's got no guns even. 9,000 infantry. Well, maybe some cavalry. We are on... Oh, this damn map again. I hate the Shiloh map. It's a meeting engagement. The objective is the Shiloh Church. Okay. Alright, so I've gone for a really basic setup, just basically a battle line, and we're going to go and annihilate Bragg. I mean, hopefully we won't lose too many men. The only real issue we've got is Wagner's brigade, which is from Tennessee, and they're nervous because of the morale penalty. I mean, it usually works itself out, but I think what I'll do after this battle, I'm going to disband these guys, because having the Tennessee brigade is really not that good. We'll reform Wagner into another command. Straight into this Wallace's brigade division. Alright, so I've put the guns here. I don't know how much of a shot they're going to get. We're starting at 11:30 a.m. I haven't bothered with defenses because we're going to go and attack the enemy pretty much straight away. I think this is going to be a really quick engagement, so let's just get done. Thomas's kind of first go at an independent command here. Let's see how he does. Should be fine. He's repositioning slightly, getting into a bit of cover. Got some 20-pound parrots opening up on him. Should be quite unpleasant for those guys, I would think. Fairly veteran, some of these troops, like Buchanan's guys here. I mean, 3 stars on those guys. What a waste of men. The enemy's retreating now. There's no way these guys should be able to go anywhere. This should be 9,000 prisoners, but it won't be. I've ordered these guys to charge in, but they won't do it. Prefer just let the enemy teleport out. I mean, none of these guys should be getting away. None. The retreat mechanic is just, it's laughable, really. Alright, well, maybe we captured some, I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute. Oh yeah, but somebody's definitely surrendered. Well, at least somebody did. Oh, hurlboat, unstable. Okay. So that was a major victory. 5,500 men from BRAGG. Nice, thanks. We lost 200 men, which, you know, 200 men's 200 men. So that was nice and quick. Yeah, 2,561 men captured. I mean, that's fine. Really, that should have been all of them. But really, we're also struggling with this because we've now got 5,300 prisoners and we've only got capacity for 1,000. We haven't really got any money to speak of. So I don't know. Is it worth building another depot? A prison camp? I really don't know. How much difference does this make? I don't know, like through battles we're getting minus 1.77 even though like we're winning all the battles. Through battles objectives plus 7.5. I don't really know. Win first major battle plus 2.5. I'm not sure. Never really quite sure how this all the debuffs and everything work in this. Well, we're winning anyway, so that's the main thing, of course. Thomas's boys, good job there. I mean, not that it was a difficult fight, don't get me wrong, but it was still a good job. They still have to do the job. Oh, we've got some Springfield muskets for Hawkins. I'll upgrade those, I think. Oh no, they're rifle muskets. What am I talking about? Oh, he has, though. From the Minnesota territory. 1,500 men. Alright, so I was going to get rid of Wagner, wasn't I? Yes. Because they're from Tennessee with support of 35. Let's get rid of these guys. Send them home. We'll give these dudes some Springfield rifle muskets. Just have a quick check here. Make sure everyone else has got muskets. Not got muskets. Yeah, they're all looking pretty good, actually. All these commanders as well. Well, Prentice is not amazing, but he's alright. Ooh. He's political. We'll leave him in place. He might get better. Right, cool. So that was a nice little scrap to start the episode off, and we're just going to press straight on here. Just a quick word that we are working on. Oh, press the wrong one. Policies. We're working on the Revenue Act. 4 more days for that to help bolster our economy, which is back to BBB, the credit rating, which sucks. Okay. So while I was talking about depots, actually, let's get rid of the roller depot. I don't think we need that up here. We'll disperse the stuff that's in here to other depots. It'll save us the fee to keep it going. Why is Warsaw white in the middle? Strange. Oh, what's going on here? Another battle? Army of the Tennessee is preparing for siege. Again? This is... Oh, right, no, that's Sherman. I was just thinking that was these guys again. So we've got the Department of the West. That's what I've called this whole place under Grant. Right, now the Central HQ has got 7,000 men in it. What am I going to do with those guys? I was thinking about possibly forming another corps over here, or maybe we'll just add another division into Sherman's army. Let's have a quick look at what Sherman got. He's got 2 infantry divisions and a cavalry division and some artillery. Let's have a quick look at the Central HQ. Okay, so actually some cavalry in here. So I'm going to give Sherman another brigade of cavalry. I'm going to also send some more cavalry to this reserve corps under Dix, so that he's got a proper cavalry division here with artillery and a couple of brigades. Now, I'm going to send out 12-pound Napoleons to add to Palmer's division. That takes them up a little, and then that gives us a nice little reserve here, just 4,000 men, but that's fine. We'll keep them there. Now, market reform's a pretty good one, but I'm not going to use that one just yet. One BBB minus, that's not good. I'm trying to refrain from spending too much money. Let's get him to auto-resolve this assault, because there's only 40 men in that fort. Aha. We've passed the Revenue Act, okay. Hopefully that's going to help with our finances. Let's take a quick look at the finances. Income tax 0. Okay, well, maybe it takes a little while to come through. Let's just wait and see. Barely at destination. New Orleans blockade has reached a new destination. I didn't know they were going to a new destination. I hope they're not going to take fire from these forts. So the next one I'm going to work on is civilian warships. This allows unarmoured 4th, 3rd and 2nd rates as well as paddle steamers to be produced at 25% of the full cost. Let's go ahead with that one. That's a pretty good one, and we need to beef up our navy a little bit. Oh yeah, so we can see he's come down from almost 100,000 men to 78,000. That is a substantial drop. Yeah, all these brigades are now pretty small. However, I can't really afford to just recruit more troops, so we'll leave it as it is. Be nice if Sherman hurries up and takes this. Glorious victory at Fort Henry. Oh, he must have heard us. Okay, great. We're straight on to Fort Donaldson. I want him to auto-resolve this attack immediately. I'm going to move these guys down from Cairo. I'm just going to move them down to here. Aha, income tax. So now we're making quite a lot of money from that. Fort Smith's almost repaired here. So I know I said I wasn't really going to recruit any more troops. Oh, but actually, look. The Army of the Tennessee is pushed in here with 26,000 men. We're going to have to deal with that. Now, this is Key's department here. I'm hoping we're all going to be in reinforcement range. That would be nice. Buell. So Buell's only really got a brigade and a battery. We'll leave them as that. Or do we move them across to Fremont? I don't know. One thing we can do is give Stockton rifles. Oh, we've got 30,000. Oh, because some troops disbanded, of course. Yeah, let's give them Springfield rifles. See if we've got some rifle guns to give these guys as well. We do have some 10-pound Parrott rifles. £20 as well. Oh. Artillery is a bit limited in this place over here usually, so we'll not give out too much. Lions guys armed pretty well. Yeah, they'll do. I mean, rebought muskets and stuff, not amazing, but they'll do. Do have some Maynards to give out. Well, let's do that. Alright, so we're going to have a fight in Arkansas, it seems. The Army to the West is going to be 8 hours. But, yeah. Oh, what's going on here? New Orleans Squadron disintegrates. Our New Orleans Squadron. The Confederate New Orleans Squadron has disintegrated. Okay. I wish it would tell me these things. Construction complete of what? Ah, Fort Smith. Okay. Right, so it's Maury again, and he's got his army to Tennessee. 26,300 men, 47 guns. And we're waiting for kind of half our army to arrive. So we're going to only be starting with 17,000 men in the Arkansas district on the field. But we'll play it by ear. This is Key's first real command, and let's see how this goes. Should be an interesting battle. Right. Yeah, so this map is... it's just grim. They hold the objective. We are attacking the enemy. But that kind of plays in our hands because we don't need to attack until our main force arrives. Right. This terrain is absolutely outrageous. It's just so bad. Artillery is not going to play much of a part in this battle. But what we're going to do... we'll set up here as best we can. We'll get... actually, if I can get some guys across here, that would be great. First battle for some of these guys as well. Alright, let's come out of HQ view. Ooh, first battle for this whole division. That sucks. Yeah, that's pretty grim. Slocum here with his guns. 41 of them. Hopefully I can get them over the river. Yeah, not too bad. Our Cav here. And, of course, Fremont. Are we starting with... our Keys is on the field as well. Okay, cool. Right, so... let's see how long this is actually going to take for the reserves to get here. 10 hours. And 9 hours. Arrive from Huntsville. Let's check out Huntsville. And these guys are going to come from Keatsville. Cool. Right, Keatsville is this one, so that's our smaller force coming from there. Huntsville should be at the bottom here somewhere, because that's where Lyon's coming from. Fayetteville? Nope. Huntsville, so he's coming from here. Why would he be coming from here? I don't know. He's coming from the south. He would clearly be approaching from here. But anyway, that's just beside the point. So he's going to come in here, which is reasonably inconvenient, but it could be worse. Where was that objective again? Back here, right. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty shit coming in there, actually. He should be coming in from behind, and we should be able to take him pretty much in the rear, because that's where line was coming from. But anyway, screw it. Right, we're going to take our time. We're going to set up around Elkhorn Tavern. We're going to wait for the reinforcements to arrive, and we'll attack together. I'm just changing the artillery orders because I don't want them going into the woods too much if we can help that. Got the Cav scouts out. See if we can see anything. I'm going to advance them to the Pratt store. No sign of the enemy just yet. I'm assuming they're going to be set up somewhere around here down the Telegraph Road. Maybe on this far side of the creek. That'd be a fairly decent position, I would think. It might be difficult to get a proper view of the enemy because of the terrain and the forests, basically, or the woods, whatever you want to call it. I suspect the majority of the fighting is going to be done tomorrow. It's already almost noon. Okay, we've spotted them. Yeah, on the far side of the creek. Okay, that makes perfect sense. That's where you would set up. Behind some defences. It's going to be tough for us to approach. We're not going to be able to get a flank and movement going, really, because the terrain's terrible here. So, in theory, you should be able to pull down here and across, but it would take Lion forever to get his guys in place if we went that way. It's not the way to go. But what is the way to go is probably moving a unit down this way and trying to take them in the flank. Yeah, he's kind of bunched up here just behind the objective. Okay. I mean, he's set up quite cleverly. He started refusing the flank a little here, which it's nice to see that from the AI. But if I was him, I would have been tempted to come and attack while we've only got half our force in the field. But you know, I'm going to send these scouts up this way, and we're just going to have a look, see if he's got anything defending this flank. Baker's division is going to make a move on that flank, if not. It looks like his defences do extend substantially. Look, he had a division back here as well, facing that way. He's identified that this is the threat over here, and that's great. Well, it's not great for our battle plan because this is going to be a real tough nut to crack, actually. Especially with having these guys here. Baker's whole division is their first combat, so we're going to have to keep an eye on those dudes. Like I say, artillery-wise, we're probably not going to get that much use out of them. There's no range, there's no way, really. I'll bring the art up here, and if the Artie can get a shot, then I know that's fine, but I doubt they can. Yeah, nothing. Don't particularly want to move them much closer than that. Not yet, anyway. So I'm going to let time roll, and we're going to wait for our reinforcements. Well, but even from here, we can't get a shot at all. Nothing. Nothing doing. I didn't really think there would be, but, you know. Got to try, I suppose. He's got his guns concentrated here. It should be an interesting fight, at least. At the very least, it should be an interesting fight. I'm sure in real life these guns would be able to get a half decent shot off from there. They would just screw the elevation up and just blast the general area. Bombarding, yeah, but they're not really, are they? Alright, so that's no good. So we're almost at 1800 hours here. Lion's about an hour away. So hopefully you can have a couple hours time to march along the Huntsville Road and join us here at Pratt's store. We know they sell. He's arrived. They're going to be in a hell of a state by the time they get there. We've got a couple hours to get down here, so let's see if they can get in position. It seems unlikely the way that he's decided to march, especially the guns going through the damn woods. Bragg. Edward Bragg. Mustn't be related. He hasn't got a unibrow. I think the battle probably, the day will probably end at 2100. The buell's pumping down the road here. Muskets for those guys, Esty. And it's their first battle as well. Actually made some okay time here, I'm surprised. Lion lagging at the back. just coming up to the Elkhorn Tavern here with his lead units, and Buell also approaching the Elkhorn Tavern. That's not too bad. So we're going to be in a decent end of the day. We're going to be in a decent spot to redeploy the next day. Where can we put Buell? Almost here. Almost. Lion, he can almost get there as well. Excellent. So I don't really want to do too much redeploying here. I'm going to bring out Baker a little further down this way and onto the flank. We're going to wait for these guys to get in position, and then we'll push forward, basically. Let's get started. Ooh. He's actually pushed the division over the river. Excellent. So, Freeman's guys, I want them on long range. Because I don't believe most of these rebels, the CSA guys, have got rifles. So here's what we're going to do. Let's bring Don Carlos Buell down. We'll get him into the woods. They're going to engage part of this division. De Polignac, is it? Yeah, I think. Oh no, just a cavalry brigade in support. They're going to engage that division from there. And Baker's division is going to press on them, supported by this cavalry. Right, our guns can actually fire from there. So can his, though, I think. Yes, they can. Excellent. We're going to send skirmishers out to harass the guns, basically. I mean, not that they're doing it, of course. I mean, why bother following orders when you don't have to? Right, so our guns are getting absolutely pummeled here. I'm going to pull them out. Skirmishers should harass these guys quite nicely. Our artillery fire didn't do a very good job. We lost 15 men and a gun. Our skirmishers on the flank are engaging the enemy. Nice job here from Anderson's guys coming through the woods. I'm going to probably detach the guns, I think, so we can press in with an attack with the infantry. Eli Long's cab has arrived as well. As is Hamilton's division. Let's press Hamilton in. And Esty. Okay. Forward with our flanking attack. We are pushing forward in force. Pretty grim and confused sort of battle here. I'm just letting Scammon's guys recover slightly because they're exhausted. Yes, that was nicely done. This attack on their left flank was great, actually. I really enjoyed that. That was good. He has had enough. He's had his arse kicked again. The key in a situation like this is clearly to wait for your men to come. There's no point rushing it. At least that's what I think. He's pulling his men out in pretty good order. Oh, routed, really? Never mind. 7,500 casualties for him. Less than 500 for us. I mean, yep. We'll see you later, Maury. Nice try. It does kind of feel like a more, as in like, when am I going to win, not if. We just got to press it on, I suppose. But the Confederate armies are getting defeated every time we meet them, basically, in casualty ratios like that are crazy. 7,400 casualties, 1,100 killed, nobody captured. We lost 476 men, 69 killed, 222 missing. We captured 4,000 rifles and 26 guns. Right, so that was fairly well done. I'm presuming he's going to skedaddle back off this way, where the Army of Arkansas, 24,000 men. Right, so he's down to 18,000, but he's got another army here with 24,000. So, I mean, I can't really do what I want to do. I can't really pull Lion south because I can't leave just 17,000 men in Arkansas. So, Lion's going to have to stay where he is, which is a bit annoying. How has he got this many men out here in the Trans-Mississippi? It's pretty crazy. He's come straight in here as well. Let's just We'll bring Lion up there. I mean, how fast are his guys teleporting along that road as well? That's just mental. Yeah, straight back into another one here. Army of Arkansas, 18,000 men. We're going to have... why is the Army of the West got men with low morale? 1,053. Right, well, anyway, but this is going to be for the next episode. Another battle in the exact same place with pretty similar numbers. Which is stupid. I mean, why didn't they just attack together? That would have made a lot more sense, wouldn't it? To bring 50,000 men against us, or over 50,000 even. But they didn't do that. They managed to cover that ground really quickly as well, though. In that time that they covered all this distance, Lion managed to march about a mile. Well, anyway, so Lion is now 9 hours away, which will be more on the map. The Trans-Missouri Department. The Missouri Department under Buell is also 7 hours away. You know, never mind. All right, so I'm going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed that battle. It was a bit grim, a nice little attack. We absolutely pretty much annihilated his army. But it was fun to play, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I hope you'll come back and join me for the next one. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Come and check out the playlists. See what's on offer. There's all sorts of campaigns on here. And I don't just play Grand Tactician. I have also got a couple other games on the go. But I'm mostly playing this at the moment because I'm really enjoying it, to be honest. So... whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.